All right, everybody, how's it going? So this video is basically just going to be kind of clipped from one of my recent live streams that we did where we talked about the NFL's top 10 quarterbacks in 2023. Now that Tom Brady's retired, I don't really think Aaron Rodgers sits atop the throne as clearly as he would have maybe if Brady retired like 2 years ago. So now there's a bunch of new faces like Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes that will invade the top 10. Whereas like 3 or 4 years ago, these guys might not have been in the league or even considered for this list. So you also have Herbert and all these fun guys. So we figured it's time to go over our new list now that the league kind of is in like a new era. So we kind of clipped this from the live stream. So it'll start kind of halfway through what feels like an already in progress video. If you want the other part of the video where we go over like the bottom part of the list, just let me know and I'll upload that as like a separate video. But yeah, we're just trying something new here where we take these kind of like talking streams and break up the segments so it's not so daunting to have to go through. So this will be the top 10 list. Of course, there's like one controversial inclusion, so you'll have to kind of get to that one to figure it out. It's pretty quickly into the video. You'll figure out who it is. Of course, you can leave your disagreements or what you think down below. I'll always like to read people's comments. Let me know what you think of the list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it sucks? Do you have your own list? Let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, as always, with all the YouTube stuff, you know how people have to say it. Subscribe, leave a like, blah, 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 blah. It helps the video, blah, 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 blah. So if you can, just help out and enjoy the video that's already in progress. And, let me know if you want to see the bottom part of the video, the not 10 through 1. So enjoy. Should be fun. Cool. Oh, shit, wait a minute. All right, Justin Herbert, congratulations. We found our number 10 candidate. He could move up the list. He could move down the list, but at least for right now, we're going to bump him up to number 10. Mainly because I ran out of room. I ran out of quarterbacks, just admitting everybody. Let's start at number 10 though. Who's number 10 on our list? You have Mac Jones, of course. You have Jared Goff. You have Trevor Lawrence. You have Justin Herbert. One of those guys. Yeah, I would take Stafford and Kirk and Herbert over. Nah, Mac isn't going to be a top 10 quarterback. Let's put Mac where he's supposed to go. Mac will be in this list better than Tua. I refuse to say that Mac isn't as good as Tua. If he had those weapons, I'm pretty sure he could produce the same. This is very biased, man. I feel very icky doing this. But he did make the playoffs as a rookie. Nah, Mac isn't a top 10 quarterback. As much as I would enjoy doing that, I have to be pretty unbiased. I think he's a very similar quarterback to Tua, actually. I think they're like almost the same guy. And we'll see that in year 3. Again, when Mac had, actual coaching, this kid put up unreal numbers as a rookie. With next to no help in the receiving core. So I like where Mac's at. I can't put him ahead of these 3 guys. And I think that would put, I'm going to just take Herbert off the list. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to take one more guy off. One of these dickheads is number 10. I don't think anybody on this bottom of this list here is number 10. I think Goff could be number 10, but that means someone else would have to be number 9. And I think Goff might be number 9 or number 8. So I don't think I think Lawrence is number 10. No. Yeah. Maybe Kirk? Would it be Kirk? Yeah, I think it would be Kirk. Are we Rodgers? No, Rodgers isn't number 10. We're short one person. We put too many guys in the mid category. Oh, you know what did it? Damn it. I think we got to get rid of the funny thing, because you know what's throwing this off? Not having Deshaun as number 10. I think that Keith guy was right. I think we have to put Deshaun at number 10. I think having a jail category isn't going to work. So, you know what? We'll just go like this. We'll just make the Zach Wilson category, and at number 10, begrudgingly, we'll put Deshaun Watson. This isn't like a morality scale or like who's a good guy, who you'd want your daughter around. This is like who are the probably best 10 quarterbacks in the league this year, and Deshaun Watson will probably be like 99% likely be one of the top 10. It's really hard to argue otherwise. All right, number 9. I think that's where we put this guy, the long-haired phenom himself, Trevor Lawrence. Personally, I think he proved last year what he was on his path to becoming. I kind of consider last year to be more of his rookie season than what his rookie year actually was. Literally, with 1 year with a good coach, he literally won a playoff game for Jacksonville, like came back from like 27-0. Arguably, might have been one of the most improved players. I think we all are like. That second half of that season, this kid was putting up unreal numbers all year. Threw like 8 picks all season. We've seen the Trevor Lawrence we expected to see. And I think as we go forward, we can probably expect more development, more out of this kid. Because again, he's got like that right attitude. All the intangibles are there. The physical talent's there. We've seen like the actual skill be there. I don't know. It's hard to argue he isn't a top 10 guy. And Maybe I'm a little high, but again, I'm not putting Watson any lower than 10. He's got some shit to prove. I think Trevor proved a lot last year. $11, $12, $13, $14, and $15. By the way, that's my top 15. This is the 15, right at Russ. I refuse to say Russ is in a top 15 quarterback, but I also don't think Dak's very good either. These guys are low because these two are low because of injuries. Now we're down to number 18 or number 8. Sorry, I was about to do the Aaron Rodgers thing. All right, this could be where we put Justin Herbert at number 8. I think the most likely candidates for this spot are Justin, Lamar Jackson, or Jared Goff. You could put Aaron up there, but again, Goff is shaped up right now to be the second best quarterback in the NFC. Threw for 4,000 yards, just under 40 touchdowns, and like 10 picks. I don't know, man. He has like he's like going to lead the second best, if not the best offense in the NFC. It's kind of hard to look at Goff and be like, yeah, that's like, there are other NFC quarterbacks that are better than him. Oh, these are all almost AFC. And never mind, these are all AFC guys. Hey, what's up, Teddy? Yeah, like all the injuries that the Lions had to deal with too. Like, I don't know. I think Goff's a better quarterback than Jackson and Herbert. Personally, I think Herbert goes next. He hasn't really done anything. Or, you know what I mean? Does he have a significant victory yet in his career? You know what I mean? Like, literally, he lost a playoff game. He was up 27-0, and that's pretty bad. He's winning. Well, that's cool. Food. So I think Herbert goes there, and then we could put Jared Goff there if you want. But again, I personally think it goes Lamar, but what do we think at 7? I'm thinking could be this guy. Could be this guy. Could be this guy. Lamar. Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. Lamar's dealing with was dealing with injuries maybe last year. A few other things that kind of just make me a little bit like, you know, it's a little questionable about old Lamar. Hey, if you guys haven't dropped a like on the stream, make sure you do so. There's only 9 on the stream. Appreciate you guys not showing any support. No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate everyone who has left the support. Yeah, it's just, but he is pretty solid when healthy, and the Ravens are really hard to beat when he's good to go. So we'll just kind of play that as it is. Yeah, then it's Goff, right? I mean, and that would be your 10 through 6. Watson, Lawrence, Herbert, Jackson, and Goff. Heading into this year, I would have to say. These will be probably your top 10 quarterbacks, or at least your top 5. Then you got your 15 guys right here. Him, question mark, because of health. Him too, kind of. You know what? Because we're kind of, I feel like inconsistent about that. I want to go like this. Only moving Stafford out because of health concerns. Like, these 3 guys should be better than a lot of the guys in this list, but health and, Geno's, just we're being nice. Yeah, I want to move these guys down because I just personally like the injuries for these 3. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I think you're right, Mike. Plus Stafford also really likes football. All right, top 5. Number 5 is this guy. He's old. He didn't look good last year. I think you would struggle to say you would take Aaron Rodgers over any of these 4 young quarterbacks. Yeah, Dak is that low. I mean, would you take Dak over any of these guys? Ask yourself that question. Would you take Russell Wilson over Dak? I would. Would you take Tua over Dak? If he can stay healthy, I'd take Mac Jones over Dak. I'd take Kirk over Dak. I'd take Goff over Dak. I'd take Jackson over Dak. I'd take Herbert over Dak. I'd take Lawrence over Dak. Take Watson over Dak. I'd take Rodgers over Dak. Look, I'd take every single person ahead of him over him. And other people would take other guys. And it's nothing against Dak. It's just these are guys who I think we kind of like come to the agreement that he's kind of not as good as. Yeah, the list doesn't work without Watson as a top 10 quarterback. Because the question becomes then, Ethan. Oh, we're not doing a morality list. If this was a morality list, he'd be in the jail category still. We took him out of the jail category. What's wrong with Watson? Do you deny that he's a good quarterback? Or was he just a product of Bill O'Brien's crazy offense? If so, I'm putting Mac at 10 because we're about to eat. Yeah, did you watch any of that, or did you just kind of look at the numbers? I mean, yeah, did you watch any of that, or no? You can find compilations of about, I don't know, 30. Dude, I watched a compilation. And I don't know if it was like the same game or like so I don't know how, like, or same drive situation. So I don't know how many different drives it was. Oh, then you already know. What was I about to say then? Was it all Deshaun's fault? That he played bad, or? Yeah, you watch the games. Okay, so why did Watson play bad? Go ahead. What happened every time he threw the ball? How many fucking drops happened with Deshaun Watson as the quarterback? No, it wasn't. Not if you ask Browns fans who actually watched the game. He didn't get rushed for shit. Dude, ask a real Browns fan who watched the games. There's a reason they were desperate to get wide receivers, dude. I don't think you know very many Browns fans are like very much watched. Deshaun had zero to do with them not succeeding. Like none. It wasn't his fault. These bums cannot catch a football in Cleveland. I've probably seen about 6 or 7 drops where a guy's standing wide open in the touchdown. Deshaun hits him right here and just dropped. Cooper can't catch every touchdown, dude. What was he supposed to do? Throw the ball to a triple covered Amari Cooper? He was throwing the ball to wide open guys in the end zone, and you know what was happening? They would drop it. He literally can't throw every ball to Cooper. That's not how it works. Yeah, and yards don't really equal touchdowns. Just ask Jacoby Myers, who has like 2 as a Patriot. You gotta score touchdowns. Anyway, who is number 4? This is where things get difficult. In my personal belief, it's this guy. Yeah, Watson over Herbert. Allen. You know, that's an intriguing argument. My next pick was going to be Allen at 3. That's wild. What exactly has Herbert done as a quarterback? Herbert to me is one of the most overrated football players I've literally ever watched. What has he fucking ever done? I'm gonna ask this again. What has he ever done except massively underperformed to massive expectations last year? By the way, 99% of people had this fucking Chargers team and Justin Herbert in a Super Bowl this time last year. And don't tell me he wasn't a favorite to be in the Super Bowl by everybody. Because I literally last July, I made a take that the Chargers were going to be a shitty team that barely make the playoffs if they do, and they won't live up to these massive expectations every single human being had for them. And they didn't live up to them at all. And I was dead on about this. Like, Herbert's literally known for the games he's lost more so than he's won. Why would he be higher than Watson? Who put the Houston Texans at 28 and 26 during his time there as a starter? The Houston Texans. Watson has an above 500 record when he was with the Texans. You know, one of the most dog shit franchises since their inception. Their only good era was with Watson. Lawrence? He plays for the Jaguars and beat Herbert in the playoffs. But also, he threw like 400 interceptions as a rookie. So, gonna need to see a third year from Trevor to see if he develops into a little bit better, or is Trevor Lawrence more that guy we've seen his rookie year? Kind of hard to put him ahead of a bunch of people when, you know, he has thrown still nearly, I think, the same amount of touchdowns and interceptions as a career. Yeah, he also threw 5 picks in his playoff game. Like, dude, do you not watch the sport? Do you think like every year is just like he's done developing, he's just going to be good for forever now? Like, nah, Lawrence turned the corner, man. He had one good year in the NFL. He's good now. Yeah, you don't understand hyperbole. He threw like 25 picks as a rookie. I know he didn't throw nearly 300 picks as a rookie. But yeah, so I'm not putting Trevor Lawrence any higher until I see consistent good play out of him, not just one season of good play. Any other weird bitchy questions, dude? Ethan? Not really bitchy, but it's like you're being like, there's ways to ask things to not come off like a pompous piece of shit, and you're doing the exact opposite of that. So let me hear your arguments against, instead of you just asking with a bunch of question marks and saying that's wild and that's crazy. What's on your mind? What's your top 10 look like? I want to talk about it. Since you're gonna scrutinize me, go ahead. Let's see your top 10 through 6. Go. You just come in with a weird energy and like very like weirdly insulting tone. It's like, dude, this is just an opinion list. No reason to get. You have a weird energy, and if you can't tell, it kind of like completely changed the mood of the stream. No, Ethan's not a troll. I've seen him on other streams, I believe. I just don't know. It seems like he came in mad as shit right now. Or it just seemed like, I don't know, Ethan. It could be a misread. You don't like Rodgers up there? I don't know. I still think he's good. No, it's heading into the 2023 season. Everybody put the Jets as like Super Bowl contenders when they got Rodgers. I don't know. No, it's how we think they play this year. This is kind of predicting how we think the season might play out. And I think with Garrett Wilson and with the other weapons, a decent tight end, a decent running game, I think Rodgers can actually produce at a pretty high level there. Not to mention, he really didn't have shit to work with last season. I'm giving players some benefit of the doubt on that. His line was dog shit, and his receivers were kind of dog shit until like week 9. Like, they've already played. Yeah, this isn't like all time. No, if this was all time, this would look drastically different. Dak would be a little higher than half of these guys. Russell would be in the top 10. Yeah, this was literally like all-time career stuff. Yeah, Russell would be top 10. Who else would be higher on this list? Stafford would be higher on the list. Stafford would be top 10. So would Russ. Dak would be like probably number 10. Yeah, if this was a career thing, that's a lot different. Yeah, no, it's heading into for the upcoming season. Not. Anyway, here's my number 3 is Josh Allen. Mainly because when I look at Josh Allen, I do see one of the prototypical quarterbacks, right? He's got the size, he's got the good arm, he's got the speed, he's got everything you kind of look for. With really no big wins to show for it. Yeah, I understand moving Watson around. I just don't know who else I'd put as the top 10. Maybe Kirk. But again, I don't even think Kirk's winning the division next year, so with Josh, I don't know. He's a good quarterback, right? That's why I have him as number 3. But to call him the best, I would have to say that I don't think that there was a single player that made him, right? I think it would have to be like Josh Allen made his team and turned his guys into guys. I think it's a little bit of the opposite, where I think he is a guy now, and I think he's been turned into a quarterback, and I don't think there's really any, like, as funny as it would be if Diggs left, I don't think he magically reverts back into a dog shit quarterback. But I do think he was made by Diggs. I don't think we see the Josh Allen of today without Stephon Diggs. Even if Diggs leaves, I still think Josh still plays at a high level. but I have trouble putting him over the other two guys here. When the other two guys, number one, they both been to Super Bowls, which is also a reason why Jalen almost went above him. But I see Josh as everything that Jalen is, but in a bigger, more physical, more durable package. And again, that's and fuck, man. Yeah, that's basically, and we've seen it a little bit more consistently from Josh than Jalen. You know, like because at the start of last year, we were still questioning if Jalen was a guy, right? Like. But with Josh, you know, we kind of know what we're doing here with Josh. So that's kind of why I have him ahead of here. But I also never been to a Super Bowl, hasn't won a big game yet. His biggest win is that big win over the Patriots in the playoffs and a rookie quarterback. It's like that's your signature win. Yeah, with the record, he plays very similar to Carson Wentz, but he gets the job done more often. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing that he plays with such like Cheeto said, like reckless abandon. Yeah, he is, Allison. Yeah, he's very good. Joe Burrow. Hey, we hit 11 likes. Woo! All right, so that leaves the final two. It would be funny to. Yeah, Dalvin Cook, he's probably going to get traded. They want to cut his contract. They can't afford it. I'm just going to put these two guys up here. Now, this would be funny to do this. However, who did the Chiefs just beat in the AFC Championship game? I know this sucks that I'm about to have to do this, but who won the AFC champ and who played? Did they play in the AFC title game, the Bengals and the Chiefs again? If they did, then I have to flip it. Yeah, I know. Because if this would have been a situation where this dickhead didn't do it with just losing Tyreek Hill, having honestly fucking garbage as receivers, I'll give Mahomes his credit. He proved to me that he wasn't just, you know, kind of living off merchant receivers and shit. He kind of did that with he does have a good tight end, but it's like try winning with just one receiver. It's not easy. And he just won a Super Bowl, and I'm pretty impressed with, the numbers and the way he played this year, despite losing Hill. I'm impressed with that. I also, one of the things I'm impressed with Burrow is he makes his receivers a hell of a lot better. I don't think it would have mattered who he's throwing the ball to. But, it kind of knocks him down a little bit that he's got Jamar Chase. I think that's what holds him behind Mahomes for me personally. It's one of them things where it's like, yeah, if anybody had Justin Jefferson, I'm holding them back a little bit because it's like, yeah, I mean, how good do you need to be? It's like trying to evaluate Matthew Stafford when he had Calvin Johnson and was throwing 50 touchdowns a year. Like, yeah, that's pretty impressive and 5,000 yards without trying. Like, yeah, when Megatron spawns into the season with 1,500, how, like, this is bullshit. Trevor Lawrence is so guilty. What? I have no idea what you're saying. All right, though. I think I don't really have too much else. I think this is a pretty solid top 10. I think we have plenty of good shit to piss people off in there with the Deshaun Watson. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. As always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you're still listening, I appreciate that. Again, let me know what you think of your of the list down below. Let me know your picks down below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, make sure you check the live streams for like the more full version of these. If you want to catch the full acting thing, you want to contribute to the stream, you want to contribute to the videos as they come out. Just show up and chat, and it'll be pretty fun. All right, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, and check out more content. Bye.